is the gaming space going to ride this out, do you think, Josh?
Absolutely. And thank you for having me, Caroline. Thank you for having me on the show. Blockchain gaming space is going to thrive during this next period of the macroeconomic cycle for a couple reasons. One is blockchain gaming rises on the back of the gaming industry, which already has 3 billion gamers worldwide. The average age is 36 years old. 45% of gamers are women, and this has become a global industry. Over the last 5 to 10 years, you're seeing about 100 million people join the gaming industry in general. On the back of that, there has been technological innovation in gaming for decades, ever since the 1970s when the gaming industry really started. With blockchain gaming specifically, you're looking at an industry that is basically bringing two primary things to the gaming industry. One is business model innovation, which I can dig into a little bit more. And second is the digital asset ownership of the consumer. And those two trends are going to drive the success of blockchain gaming for the next decade.
Now, I don't want to say that all of your investments are in any way blockchain related. I know only partially this fund will go into it. But you have got some big names. And of course, Sky Mavis would have been the real pinup. But that's become a kind of controversial game to be associated with, Axie Infinity, just because of the way in which, well, suddenly they've moved away in this play-to-earn kind of model. How do you see the space evolving, and why is it so controversial, do you think?
I don't see it as a very controversial thing. I would actually pivot that more to what they're doing is truly quite innovative, and that sometimes sees resistance in the gaming industry. And so when you look at the success of Sky Mavis, you're looking at a team that has been incredibly ambitious and really pushed gaming to its limits by saying, when you play, you can earn this in-game token thing that you could actually trade on external exchanges, hence why there is a token attached to the Sky Mavis platform. We have been thrilled with how the Sky Mavis team has navigated, especially the last 6 months and different challenges. They have done a great job at reopening the bridge. The founders and the company really took ownership of a lot of the things that kind of went down, and they've really done a great job navigating this period. But what's been most controversial that you're kind of getting at is the fact that should playtime be rewarded with financial rewards? And the idea is actually not that novel, because people have been gifted things in games for decades through cosmetic items, through gift boxes, through perks, through discounts. What we're talking about is that the blockchain ecosystem in general has brought this token financial personal ownership to the gaming industry, and the two combined has actually been quite powerful. And so Sky Mavis is truly one of the most successful, if not the most successful, blockchain-centric platform on the planet. And we just happen to be fortunate enough to be an investor in this amazing team.
Of course, Axie Infinity also suffered a hack. Some now reporting that it was related to a particular part of the talent looking at a LinkedIn ad, and we'll look into those reports as to how on earth it happened. But of course, when you suffer hacks like this, you as a backer of the company, should you be there as sort of money of last resort, some sort of bailout option?
Absolutely. Well, I can't get into that specifically about how that went down, but I can tell you that the bridge has been reopened and fully funded. And I can also say that we're super impressed with how the team, at their own expense, and how the company balance sheet at its own expense, came forward to protect the community from having to take that hit, right? That hack was, an unfortunate event, but the team and the company really stepped up to own that. When it comes to the investors, of course, we're incentivized for the success of this company, and so we'll continue to be in their corner. I obviously can't get into the exact details on how that bridge was kind of plugged and gapped, but they really navigated it incredibly well. And as an investor, we're thrilled to continue to be in their corner and support them publicly on publications like this, as well as privately in boardroom meetings with them.
So what kind of other gaming startups, therefore, are pushing the envelope, being innovative, using new ways in which to use the blockchain as the underlying technology, but also NFTs and ways in which to reward?
Yeah. So you're seeing a lot of things that we get excited about at Konvoy. We're really specialists on investing into the technology and platforms and infrastructure for the future of the video gaming industry. That technology and infrastructure side on the platform stuff that we look at of, the next Discord, the next Twitch, the next Roblox, those kind of companies are what we're trying to invest in at the early stage at seed Series A. The type of technology the blockchain brings is really things around digital asset ownership, digital identities, and a new business model. I alluded to this a little bit earlier, but the business model innovation that blockchain brings to gaming is going to be, in our view, as big as the rise of the free-to-play gaming business model that emerged in the late 2000s. The free-to-play business model brought in about 50 to 80 billion of value to the gaming industry, which is now valued at over 200 billion. We think blockchain gaming, with the rise of a marketplace business model that allows for the transfer of transactions automatically without having to rely on counterparties, is a very powerful technology that the gaming industry is going to absolutely take advantage of and integrate into Web 2. I think you're going to also see a lot of gaming companies not necessarily go the ICO route, but they will incorporate some type of NFT revenue component to what they're doing. We think this can be incredibly powerful, and it's already proving to generate billions of dollars already in the last 12 to 18 months.